What's good? What's good, everybody out there? What's happening out there in YouTube land? Oh boy, I thought I was gonna be able to lay down and go to sleep and just be drama free. You already know. I thought, man, it's what could possibly happen. It's Tuesday, and I forgot this is when they come with the sweeps. Tuesday in the morning when you think you are gonna just snore and dream about that female you had last night, and before you know it, the feds is at your door. Oh my goodness. Omi in the Hellcat is looking at some paperwork and some indictments and some more stuff. Make sure you check it out. Before you go any further, though, can you please make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure that you hit us up and let us know you want to be part of the home team, because if you ain't part of the home team, you definitely a visitor. Well, let me tell you something. First, let me say this guy here, this is one of my guys, man. He's coming from the dirt. He came from the dirt with it, and I can relate to him in a lot of ways. And so what I want to say right off the bat, this ain't no clown video. This ain't no put a brother down video, kick a cat when he's down video. This ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those, educational and supportive videos for on me in the Hellcat, because maybe some of you cats ain't never been in this position before. Maybe you've never been on top up here, and then all of a sudden, boom, you at the bottom with what you started off with, and it ain't no joke, man. It ain't no joke. And my guy, he's going through it. And some of you all ain't heard. Uh, the feds came to his residence in the morning while he was asleep. And yeah, they had paperwork. They got paperwork. And seized all those vehicles that we've always seen on me, with, and was so happy that, he was up the way he was up. I always said, man, I want to get it in like he's getting it in, because I mean, let's face it, the brother is a success story, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm like, we were all inspired by what we saw, and his new direction as far as working with the YouTube blog and all that, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. I mean, because no matter what he was doing, and there was always eyebrows and scratching heads. What is he really doing? People was always asking on this video, uh, so what is it you do? What do you do for a living? And he explained. He's like, I started off, doing apps and whatnot. Now, I got a little bit of success, and then I moved on, and we just left it at that, because we all know what in today's age, in times with the technical advances, I mean, you could come up with something, and lo and behold, I mean, who would have ever thought that the Uber's app would be the who knows, they might even be getting close to the billion right now. But I know they're that multi hundreds of millions of dollars being generated just from the Uber app. Have one guy pick it up and somebody else order it and bring it to that person, and they get a cut off of every doggone transaction. So that possibilities are endless as to what could happen with people in the development field, and this guy was one of them. Now, mind you, he said that also that he was involved in what they would say IPTV. Now, I have some experience in some of that, and I know that, yeah, that's a wide open field. I have my own live streaming company, Home Team Network Live. So I know that there's available platforms that you could purchase, and you could build channels. You could have people come in just like a YouTube platform, or you can have regular cable apps and whatnot if you negotiate with them and you bring them in, and you have an actual network package that you can put out there to the public, and you are a service provider. Now, this is what I'm assuming that he had become. And with that said, I'm like, okay, so this is what's leading him to a success with YouTube, because he got it in his mind that he wanna be a YouTuber, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, because that's what I want to be. And I'm trying to, learn from, a lot of people. And so his announcement today was the FBI seized everything from me. Now I watched the video, and it ain't no clickbait. It's real. It's real. It's real spill right now. And you know, first thing I really want to insist on is, man, people out there, stop hating. Stop being happy that they all on them and that they done took. I never seen so many people laughing and he and ha ha, like that's just some real cool stuff to do. It is not. It's not. It's not good. It's not a good space to be in. And if that was your guy, and from what I seen, he's a good dude. He looked out for his circle, the people that was around him and whatnot. And there are some indications that, yes, there was an informant involved. And ain't there always? It's like I keep saying, it's the people that's the closest that do the mostest. It's just sad. I mean, what happened to the old days? I mean, people used to get handled. I mean, but even still, whatever the informant was trying to bring to the table, that wasn't there. I mean, Omni was, diligent in what he was saying, and that he was not involved in narcotics and hustling like that. He had been straight away from that, and so his move was that he just wanted to go legitimate and start turning it into almost a full-time vlogger. And so with that said, he was very successful at that. According to a lot of the let's see some statistics on him. Let me just show you something right quick. Show you what kind of success he was having. I mean, the boy started his channel, I believe it was in 2016, and instantly blew his numbers to almost 500,000 subscribers. Okay? So here's what he was doing in his annual cut from YouTube. I mean, these are awesome numbers. These are mid YouTuber's dream right here. This is what we want to have as part of our platform. We want this so bad that it's just awesome. The revenue was at the end of the year $38,400 times 12. That means 38,000 each month. So net he was 460,000. This is how he generated. With daily views of 300,000 and 1,000 views paid $400, his daily income was 320,000 times 0.004. This is YouTube math right here, which equals $1,280 every day. Omni was eating. He was eating. Okay. So then ultimately he was able to generate that into let's see where else that went. Because I mean, with those type of numbers, yep, daily income, that was it. Yeah, I showed you that. So this is where he was at. His monthly income, woo, those monthly numbers. For a YouTuber, that's eating. This is what his net worth was, though. Look at the net worth, the top line of what he's doing. $50 million. Subscribers, 472,000. Total views, 29,160,000. Daily sub every day. I mean, I'm sitting here with my little old 36 subs, like, yeah, I'm almost at 100. I'm almost at 100. This guy has 2,130 subs a day and 64,000 monthly subs. He was growing exponentially. I mean, it was a lot of admiration as far as I was concerned. I mean, I'm not a hater, I'm a congratulator. And I was just happy to see, you know, someone like me who's coming from the soil and essentially, you know, getting paid. And I love it. I'm like, you know, we got, you know, somebody who's into, you know, the things that a lot of people are into. I like to say that my channel is reflective of that, and that, you know, we're talking about urban aspects, urban business. He was an entrepreneur. He had, you know, several businesses. He was getting ready to start doing merchandise as far as clothing lines. He was getting ready to open up a club. Obviously, he had a very, very extensive car collection. I mean, woo. You know, I was gonna shoot him a suggestion about that, you know, about the cars, you know, what to, you know, where to what to do with it, because when I was watching Tall Guy, I seen he was going to a rental place and he was renting, you know, the cars that he was getting, Bentleys and various other sports cars. I'm like, if I was in Omni shoes, that's what I'd be doing. Omni shoes, I'd be renting them cars because just like you said, you can't drive them all. I heard a hater on YouTube say, why you got all them cars out there? You can only drive one. And I'm like, you hating ass. I mean, come on, man. Whatever he's got, whatever he's doing with his money, that's on him. But you know, it is what it is. But it was a good business, you know, move as far as I was concerned. You know, like, man, maybe I could shoot that to him. You know, like, hey, man, you might want to consider this. And there's a look at some of the cars that he had out there. Mind you, he had cars going from the garage all the way down the driveway. The neighbors was hating. They did not like what they were seeing. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, who cares? You're trying to live. You're trying to live your life. And, you know, I'm like, you know, let him get his dream. As long as he's not putting anybody in danger and it's all good, then, hey, okay, you know, we're good. And he was generating income within his circle. People were having jobs. There were so many people that he was interacting with. I seen that. It didn't matter. He was. I seen him interacting with Asians, you know, whites, blacks, Dominicans, Mexicans. He worked with everybody. This is a cool brother that's in some position of generating income and putting people to work. You know, and all I can say is, man, I wish I had what he had. That's all I can say. Because who wouldn't want to be about all that? That's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be about all that. I want to help people. I want people to be able to eat, you know, off of what we're doing. And it just makes sense, you know. I mean, if we ain't doing that, then we in the wrong business. You know, everybody want to take care of their family, you know, take care of the people around them, and it's all good. After that, as long as when we go to sleep at night, we can close our eyes and don't have to worry about that door. And that's exactly what happened. So what I want to do right now is more or less let you hear his side. He went on live today as it happened, and I was like one of the first people to see it because I just have I don't know, it was just my luck to see that, and I was like, wow. And it was, he had just started doing the live. He was still trying to fix his he was still trying to, and mind you, all he got left was his camera phone. I used to interact with him and say, there's some equipment you could use, and trying to let him know, and then he was taking offers for people to come work for him, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I mean, he lost all that equipment. So this is him doing his thing with a handheld cell phone.
This is not clickbait at all. This ain't clickbait. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly. And by the way, the FBI is in here watching right now as we speak. I'm trying to flip this camera over. Yeah, we should have to flip this over. Not that way. I'm talking about flipping it. Try to flip it the other way. Alright. So what I'm gonna need you guys to do for me is I'm gonna need you to fucking buy that merch when it drops. But pretty much they seized all my cars. One thing they didn't seize was the things that I was able to sell a few weeks ago, or even a few days ago before this shit happened. A few cars and shit, but listen, one thing about me is that I'm never really gonna be broke. But one thing I'm not ever gonna do is I'm never gonna display how much money I make or how much money I'm worth for. Because hold on. Alright. Let this shit fill up with people. How the fuck do I orientation is like rotate device back? That's so retarded. So basically, I'm gonna walk you guys through the entire process. What's up, GDE's in here? Through the entire process, and hopefully nobody goes to jail. Hopefully, like all my peoples, I'm able to, take my time as a man. So for people thinking that I sell drugs, I don't sell drugs whatsoever. I don't sell drugs. You can pretty much Google me, who I was before owning the Hellcat, which is always been my real name, like my alias. I was targeting 1080p. I was an app developer for coding. An app developer who got hacked early on. Yeah, it was pretty much IPTV and taxes and shit, and pretty much hiring the wrong CPA. This is very important to you guys too. Make sure that your taxes are paid for. One thing they're trying to hit me with tax evasion, and I never really evaded taxes. By law, I have up to 3 years to claim my taxes, and I felt like the CPA who was working on my taxes wasn't doing a good job, so I went to hire a better counsel, and they were supposed to wait until the year was over, and they didn't. You know what I mean? Bro, when I tell you they took everything, they took every SD card, every camera, every television in my houses. They took every car. I sold my bus. I sold a lot of things too before this happened. I didn't know that this was the outcome of this shit. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. IPTV is a gray area. It's the Copyright Act hasn't been updated since the 1960s, and I hit I hit a fucking gray area and exploited it, and they just didn't like it. You know, I made a ton of money, but at the same time, a lot of the money I made super legit. And you know, the hosting services, all that shit was legit. You know what I mean? The hosting services was all legit. No, no, this ain't no clickbait, motherfucker. This ain't no. Hey, I've never, I've never. Yeah, they took all my Hellcats. You know, they took pretty much every car. Um, no. Oh, they left me my pedal bikes. Um, one thing. Holy shit, this is harder than what I thought. No, I'm not in DR. I'm actually in Philly. I'm in a friend's house. They had to lend me a phone because I didn't have a phone. They basically seized millions of dollars out of all my accounts. They took all the cash that I had laying around. They took all my jewelry. They took all my kids' things. They took Xboxes. They took computers, laptops, cell phones. But they didn't even leave fucking drones. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even leave drones. But like I said, it was something important I told you guys a long time ago. You know, you got to be humble in victory and humble in defeat. And I'm going to do a couple years off of this. I know I'm going to go to jail for a few years, but you know, I'm going to take the rap for all my guys because you know, and
So it's at this point, where I want everybody to realize now this is kind of, this kind of graphic, it's kind of disturbing, and it's kind of scary because, what you have is a young man here who's realized his dreams and his ambitions, and he's worked hard. He's got it all from the mud, and, you know, the reality of the situation is sinking in, and, you know, he starts going into uh, some really, really scary stuff here, And so I just want everybody to just, more or less just take uh, uh, you know, a concerned approach with this, because I mean it's nothing nice, to go through that and realize that, everything you work for is gone, and you know, they said that, he said that they've been on him for a couple years, and that's not good. When they on you like that, they usually got a pretty much a, a, a tight case, a very tight case. And, everybody knows their, uh, their rate, their win rate is 98%. It's 98%. It's not a, it's not, it's hard to beat those odds with them, that's, they come, they come with the indictment, and usually it's time for you to just say, man, what's the best y'all gonna do for me? What's the best y'all gonna do for me? Cause I'm, uh, I'm not trying to go against the feds, and and who could blame the man? Really, who could blame the man? It's scary, they don't, they got their win rate is legendary. It's legendary, and people got to realize, that we're talking about, their lives, and you know. So right now, I'm just kind of like, soaking it all in, which I know he is, and I wanted to play the assertion that goes along with my t- heading on the channel. I just want, I don't want everybody to think it's just clickbait because the man actually did say, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it." And to me, that's cause for concern because you don't know. You can't take people lightly. You just can't. You know, people are out here, with their whole lives on the line, and they're starting to realize. So to me, it's just saying, hey, 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 I gotta take this man serious. He's talking about doing some stuff that could ultimately, you know, lead into a real suicide attempt, and that's what he was saying. He was saying ultimately he was thinking about, mm, um, taking a bad way out, and ultimately he came back to say that he thought about his kids and whatnot, and that's what snapped him back up out of it. And thank God, because we don't need that. We don't need that, and we need to right now just be supportive of whatever it is he's going through. We don't know, and we can't pass judgment. But the last thing I want to see people do is be on that stupid crabs in the barrel um, mentality of, where they don't think they have to show a man compassion when he's down that way. Because to be honest with you, a lot of us we feel like we could have just lived off of just the YouTube income that he was making, but he had so many other irons in the fire. It was it was all becoming legendary. So it's like man, what shout out to the men, but this little point for this young man, and I want everybody to just take a deep collective breath and essentially just pray for him and his family, pray for strength, pray for some sort of positive resolution, and um, you know I hope that they really seriously are watching him because you just don't know. If he thought it now, he could think it then, he could think it again. You know, please.
Where I was like, when I was running down to the FBI station, my whole train of thought was, I'm gonna go on live and I'm gonna kill myself. That was like my whole thought. Like I'm gonna go on live, express how I feel, and then shoot myself on live. But it wouldn't be fair to Omir, wouldn't be fair to any of my kids. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fight this shit out. So right now they just seized everything. The charges are still pending. They're gonna charge me.
So he was able to basically get a grip right there, but I'm going to the Most High and asking to give him strength through this. And he do got kids that's helping him stay grounded, and that's what he thought about. He thought about it when it counted. That's it wouldn't be, you know. It's the easy way out, but everybody said behind her, and I can appreciate that's a real man. You'll just take your medicine if that's what you got coming. I pray that's not what it is. So again, I implore everybody out there, stop with the tactics of the hateration, the crabs in the barrel, and for all you guys that were I mean he's had almost 500,000 subs. So at some particular point, a lot of us went there and subbed to the channel. So that's support, and that's what it is. And he wasn't that kind of guy. He wasn't no gang member. He wasn't no, he was somebody that gave back whatever moves he was making. You know what I mean? It's not for us to judge, and that's where I'm gonna leave it, because at the end of the day, when you're able to, like I said, create all the opportunities for all the people around you and other people and give inspiration. And that's what he did at the end of each one of his shows. He gave inspiration. He gave some insight into, how to just make it through every day and whatnot. And so that's what he need right now. He needs some insight on how to just make it through this. And I hope there's more support than there is. hateration, um, he don't deserve that. So with that said, I'm hoping that y'all will remember that I need some support too. I need for y'all to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, stick with me, man. Do the things that's necessary to help my channel grow. And I'll be keeping up with this. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other people, putting this out and whatnot. And I just hope I gave you a good, supportive, unslanted view of what this man was doing and all the stuff that he brought to the table. So with that said, if you ain't with the home team, you a visitor.